Everybody, Dave Ward coming to you from my, I don't know, not very well appointed, but very functional home gym here, which some people would call a living room, but I prefer this use for it. This is how I live, so this is my living room, and this is my gym. And I'm lucky enough to have a wife that allows me to do that. Continuing my review of the P90 workout, last week I did Sweat A and Ab Ripper A and gave you guys a look at what those were all about. And then Monica and I also did Sculpt A together and kind of gave you a look at that one. Moving on now to Sculpt B today is the workout I'm going to be doing today, giving you a little bit of a review on. To go back a little bit, Sculpt A was a good workout. It's a circuit training workout, if you will, which basically means instead of focusing on one or two body parts like a chest and back or maybe a shoulders and arms or legs and back, to use some P90X terminology, you're really doing a little bit of everything. So you're doing some push-ups and then some pull-downs. I'm just using this doorway setup here to do pull-downs. I don't have a pull-up bar in here yet, and there are no pull-ups in P90, so I don't need one. And then, you know, some shoulders, biceps, triceps, legs, a little bit of everything, okay? And in that workout, we were doing 16 reps per body part, so 16 push-ups, 16 pull-downs, 16 curls. So you had to kind of pick weights that were appropriate for that amount of reps. One of the things that I noticed about the way we're doing push-ups is he didn't actually call them push-ups, he called them half push-ups. And I was encouraging people to just don't, you don't have to go all the way and touch your chest to the floor when you do a push-up, particularly if you're kind of new to this, okay? Just, you don't have to go all the way down, just halfway, that's fine. So I haven't previewed this DVD yet, and that is my tip for you today, is to preview DVDs. So I am telling you not to do what I do, but do what I say, which is to preview the DVDs, in particular if you're new to fitness and working out in front of a TV or a screen or whatever. Preview the DVDs. It will really help you to have some prediction of what the flow is, what's coming. If I'll usually fast forward through it, and if there's something that's kind of tricky, maybe a move down on the floor, I'll rehearse that a little bit so that when I get there, I'm not totally caught off guard by it. That has always helped me a little bit to be get a better workout. This one I haven't previewed yet. I'm expecting, moving from A to B, that it's either going to be a little bit longer, which I'm pretty sure it is. We're maybe going to do more reps, or maybe we're going to do less reps with heavier weight. I don't know. That would be another way to change the intensity. It may just be more intense moves. The moves in A were pretty basic. It wasn't anything that was very tricky. The total synergistics from P90X3 comes to mind, where you're down on the floor and you're doing a lot of sort of twisting motions that, if you don't have great mobility, could be really not, you wouldn't be able to do them. I'll just be blunt. There's a lot of stuff in that workout that you're not prepared to do at this stage. And so there was nothing in A, in either Sweat or Sculpt for that matter, that I felt was wow, a new person would never be able to do this. Okay, so I've done those workouts a couple of times now. I'm ready. I feel like it's time to move on to B, and I want to check it out, and I wanted to bring you along for the ride. So here we go. Sculpt B from P90. Not 16 reps, max. Look at this. Look at the cueing that they do. This is awesome. I want to show you guys that. They really walk you through how to do these moves in a much more clear and concise way with all these little instructions. I just love that. I got hit.
Get the speed that you want. Put your hands where you want. I recommend your hands a little bit wider than your shoulders. And go. I'm going to tell you the time. There's 10 seconds with 20 to go. Eyes forward, go a little bit more right here. Look at my finger. Good. So these are half push-ups. You could be going a little bit more modified, so don't go quite as low, man. But go higher. There you go. For some of you, this is perfect. You got more to do it. Put an army on. There's no stopping. 3, 2, 1, go. Do that last one. Jill, we did it. 24. 24.
All right, I got 30.
Using dumbbells or a resistance band with a door attachment, feet in a wide line.
Isn't that cool, the way they do that?
All of the foot and
Love that. I gotta work out.
staggered stance. Turn your ceiling and extend both arms out to the side, stopping at shoulder level. Next, lower the arms and extend them. Change to the bottom. 2 at the bottom. 3. Turn. Forearms. Now, biceps. Forearms. You're always breathing, core mildly engaged, just like that. 16 reps. Those last 4 gotta count. Nice. As you straighten your legs, lightly jump the feet to change which leg is in front. Keep the torso lifted and abs engaged.
This is pretty doable. Keep an eye on the modifier and what he does.
Click, 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 click. We're in. We're here. Go. 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 Nice soft hop. Watch the modification. Go.
I'm feeling that after bike trainer yesterday.
Go. Watch
See, the modifier just goes like that.
Skipping that hop.
Easy.
This guy's barely hop. Go. We're still getting low. Go.
Last move.
2, 1, and go. 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 It's such a fun, cool looking move. Yeah. Modifier stepping. Good. Don't be afraid to go fast. Don't be afraid to get height. I tell you, man, this is some great groovy form right here. This guy.
All right, so there you have it. Sculpt B. So a few thoughts or impressions. Like I suspected, it's more intense than A. It's not longer though. That was half an hour with like a minute and a half, something like that, cool down. About the same amount of time. Major differences. In A, you're doing 16 reps for everything. And the push-ups, he really encourages the half push-ups. He kind of stopped talking about half push-ups now. And for push-ups and dips, it was max out. And we did a lot of those things. There was also, it seemed to me like more leg work. For a while, we were getting into this progression of chest, back, legs, shoulders, biceps, triceps. Then it seemed like, and maybe I just lost track of where we're at, but it seemed like we were doing legs twice in that rotation somewhere. I'm not sure where, but a good workout. You know, I've had a lot of people ask me why I'm doing this workout and why I'm, you know, filming these videos and all this stuff. And you know, if you've watched my other stuff, you know that P90, which is what this program is really, really loosely based on, the concept is the same. That's about it. Everything else about it is different. And the sweat and sculpt thing is the same. Was where I started. I mean, that program really kicked off fitness for me and started it all. And I'm super excited about this program and the opportunity to help people with the program. And I just know that I can't really effectively do that unless I've done at least all the workouts, right? And so that's really one of the reasons I'm going through. The other one is don't overestimate me and don't underestimate this workout, okay? First of all, I'm probably not in as good a shape as you maybe think I am. And this workout was tough. It was tough today. I have to say, do not go to B until you feel like you've really mastered A. When A gets easy for you, that's when it's time to go to B. The one thing I did notice, I mentioned at the top of this, tricky moves. A couple of tricky moves in the last set of this, which is when you're really tired. Some more plyometric stuff where you're jumping a little bit more, trickier stuff on the floor. We did like a crab. Here, I'll show you. So one of the push-ups we did, it was a crab over. So you do a push-up and then a sidearm balance. And then you kind of work your way back and do another one. If you're not ready for that, you're not ready for B, okay? Keep doing A, even if it's been a month and you feel like you're ready to go. Or maybe do this once a week. Ease your way into it. That's really the concept behind this whole workout and this whole program is easing you into things. You have to listen to your body. You have to understand your body, okay? And your body's got to understand you. Sometimes it takes a while for your body to understand what you're doing. You know, you start doing things like depriving it of sugar. Maybe you've been taking in a lot of sugar for a really long time. You start limiting your sugar intake, your body's going to freak out because it doesn't understand what you're doing now. It has learned what you've taught it over the past however many years. It's got to learn some new stuff. So be patient with the process and allow your body to learn. The other thing I wanted to show you is you may have seen me doing push-ups with these. These are the power stands, okay? I really highly recommend these, okay? One of the reasons is for push-ups. If your wrists hurt when you're doing push-ups, It's because this position is funky and your forearms and wrists aren't strong enough to support you. This takes that out. So instead of having that, you now have this. That is a much stronger thing just inherently, okay? So if you're experiencing wrist pain, think about these. You can also, if you don't want to buy those, you can also use a dumbbell for this, okay? You want to have one that has a nice square side to it so it lays flat. You get one of the rounded ones and you're going to be in trouble. It's going to hurt a lot more than it did when you were just doing push-ups like this. So that's it. That's P90 Sculpt B. Super stoked. Good workout. Hopefully you can see I got pretty good lathered up. There's plenty here for everybody, really. Beginners. I think even more advanced people. This is just a good, solid, straightforward workout. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Sweat B and ab ripper B, which I'm kind of excited about because ab ripper A was pretty tough. So, all right, see you tomorrow.